Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Right, welcome everybody. This may be a video that may interest some of you, maybe not all of you, maybe none of you. But anyway, we're going to crack on. Now, what you're looking at is my spray booth. I built this roughly about a year and a bit ago. Don't get me wrong, it works very efficiently for what I was using it for. But I've started to use a few more synthetics, cellulose, and I do get a bit of smell in my little workshop here, so I've really got to upgrade it. Just for those who are interested, the way I built this one, I built it for nothing because I had all the parts. There's 6-inch 1000 RPM PC fan case fans, which have just been daisy chained in together. If I move you down underneath here, I used another power supply from the computer, just converted that to the 12 volt to run the fans. It also runs some LED stripping as well, which is up underneath the front there. Let me bring you back up. You can't really see it, but it is there. And well, it won't be very soon because I'm going to rip the whole lot out. Plan of action is I'm going to be replacing the fans with a inline 4-inch fan and filter, so all that is going to come out. If I move you to this side a little bit, this top, as you can see, don't actually come fully out, so we're going to bring this right out, box it off and make it a total enclosed area. There's going to be a new LED panel, this is 600 by 300, put in there to give me more light, and by doing this and going to a 4-inch ducting, it means this big boxy part at the top here, I can get rid of that and I can create a few more shelves up there for storage and bits and pieces like that. So that's the plan, that's what I'm going to be doing. So to kick off with, I'm going to get this lot ripped out, and I shall be back and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, I've ripped all the fans out, and if I bring you a little bit closer, you can see the state of these fans. They've been working for a year with no filter on them at all, and that's the reason why you should always put a filter in front of your fan. So I've got them out. This space is totally been cleared out, and what I should be getting on next with is getting the new fan on that fitted. So I'm going to get cleared up, tidied round, and I shall get on with that. Right, welcome back. Now, had a good clean out, all been hoovered out and been sorted. What are we going to be putting in? Right, this is a 4-inch inline fan. Picked it up off a car boot or a yard sale, whichever you would like to call it. Picked it up for about £2, and for £2 I thought it's worth the chance. When I got it back, I took it apart, which is very easy to do. There's 2 screws there, 2 screws there, this bit lifts off. Cleaned all the dirt and muck out, made sure everything was okay, and it runs a treat, so I'm quite happy. If you want to buy one new, you can get them off eBay or online roughly for about £30, so it was a big saving. I've temporarily wired it up, very easy. If I bring it in, very easy. You've just got live, your neutral and a earth, which you connect the same wires up to the same colour, easy as that. And it's only a little connecting block in there as well, so all you need is a small screwdriver. Right, this one is quite powerful. If I switch it on, I shall try and demonstrate. As you can hear, it's winding up there, and it's got, you know, there's plenty of suck and there's plenty of draw on this. I'll just switch that off for a minute. Now, it's probably going to be too powerful for a spray booth, so I have a cunning plan. I'm going to try and slow the air rate down with a T. That's going to be halfway down with 2 bends into the actual spray booth, then a very slow bend going up to the actual fan. Hopefully that might slow it down enough. If not, if that fails, I have a fan controller which I can fit, and then I can actually control the speed of the fan. I think it's going to run that way, but I always try things out first to see if they work, and this may work because we're actually cutting the suction in half but still getting the same amount, if you understand what I mean. So that's what I shall be doing. So if we just move up, as you can see, all cleaned out. That little bit of light in the corner here is when the camera sits still, that's the exit. Very dirty. I need to hoover that before I do any more. But what I should be doing is there'll be a straight piece of pipe straight through there to the outside. On the other side will be, as my good friend John would say, a flappy thing. This is just to stop the insects coming back in when the fan's not in use. They're very cheap. I think they're about £1.50. I think I've spent a total of about £12 on all my bits and pieces just to do the fan. Some flexible ducting will be used as well, and I bought some joiners, and like I say, I had bits and pieces left over from when I actually did the kitchen. So that's the fan and all the bits and pieces. So the first bit I will be cracking on with is cutting a hole through there, piece of pipe, flappy thing, and then we'll be putting the fan connected up to it in that corner like that. I will get all that done, and then I'll come back to you and show you how I'm setting it up next on the next bit. But before then, if we drop the camera back down again, also what I'll be using is, for the lights, I picked this up off eBay. I want to get it out of the box. Now it is a LED 30 watt light panel. Now I already use these light panels actually in my actual shop here. They're extremely good. This is natural daylight, which is a very, well, natural daylight. They're very thin, as you can see. They come complete with the starter, which is very simple again. One end plugs into your LEDs and the other goes onto a plug or an extension cable to your power supply. Very straightforward and simple to put in. Now, if anyone's interested in them, I'll stick a link in the description box. They come off eBay and they come in at £15, and they do bigger ones. I have actually got a metre one, well actually it's a metre and a half, a metre one that I use as my main lighting in the my actual shop. If I turn around it, as you can see, look, I've got one there on my ceiling, and it does give really good light in here, as you can see. And we'll get a lot of lines because we'll get the flicker, because I think that's about 60 hertz, this one. So if you're interested, you want to know about that, I shall stick a link in the box. So I'm going to crack on and get this hole cut and get the fan in, and then I'll be back. Okay, we've got the fan in. I shall be very careful and lift you off the stand. Excuse this bit of dodgy camera work. Right. If you buy one of these new, you will actually get fixing brackets with it. But all I've used here, I've used a little bit of foam from a airbrush box. The foam rubber that you actually get with the airbrush that keeps it all nice and safe. Well, I've just cut a piece of that and used that over the top just to stop any vibrations on this wood. The brackets, I've just used two worktop brackets because I had them and they fitted. Why not use them? So that's in there nice and solid. There is a short piece of pipe just going through outside. I shall just move you through. Change of light. And outside we have the plastic. So that is that complete. Once we're back inside, once I've completed all that gap all the way around the outside, I'm just going to stick some expanding foam in there. Jobs are good, and that's done. Right, I'm going to put you back onto the stand. So the next bit, once it goes back in there, get back in there. Right, the next bit is I've assembled a T-piece up with just two pieces coming off. So that's going to be positioned on the wall. I'm going to make some brackets just to fit on there. It will be cut off about this level, and then we're going to just have another piece of pipe onto there, and I'll lower you down a fraction. That's better, you can see then. So that's going to be cut off, another piece of ducting on, then these two short bits of ducting will actually come through and into the spray booth. As simple as that. So I'm going to get on and get that done, and once I've finished that I'll come back and we'll have another little look. Okay, I don't know if you can quite see that. Let's get the camera tilted up a little bit. I'll have to hold the camera. Right, we've got a short piece of ducting to a solid piece of pipe and the T. We've got two small pieces coming off either side. Now, the one thing I will say is if you're going to use this plastic stuff, is to make sure it's as tight as you possibly can, because it's ideal for blowing air down, i.e. from a tumble dryer or something like that. But when you start drawing, it starts pulling on itself. So try and keep it as tight as possible. Failing that, if you don't want to use this, you can get the rigid stuff, which will just flex very nicely in a nice curve. But I'm tight and I didn't want to pay out money for that. But you can use that as well. So that's all done now and ready. Now we'll drop the camera down and we'll do a little bit of a acid test. So we'll turn the fan on and we're just going to see what sort of draw we actually get. I have some smoke matches, never leave home without them. We're up to a draw now. Smoke match, and that, as you can see, that's with no canopy or anything else, that is drawing that smoke away very, very easily with no problems at all. So I am more than happy about that, because by the time we actually get the canopy and it encased, that will be, as like Solomon will be saying, it will suck your shirt off. I love that term when he said that, when he was building his spray booth. He came down and said it will suck my shirt off. Right, that's it. So the next bit is I'm going to start building a framework in here to take the LED panel, which I have here, which, as you can see, is just the right size. You can't see because the camera's down too low. As you can see, that is going to be just the right size for the job. It was well thought of. So, being big-headed there. No, it was sheer luck, I think. So, what I'm going to do now is build a frame, get this LED panel in place, a solid piece down the back, and holes cut to take this ducting through. And then I should come back to you and we'll have a little look and we'll see what you think. Okay, I've made the frame up. Sorry about the dodgy camera work because I'm having to hold the camera. Not enough space. All I've used is some, this is 18mm, I think it's by about 50. Just made a frame up to fit on the inside. Nothing too special. I've recycled the front part because it had the holes cut in ready for the switches. So I'm going to put the switches back in the same position. I've used some 9mm MDF if we go underneath, and I've created like a little overhang all the way through for the LED panel to sit on. And what I've actually put on it is some of that door draft excluder stuff, cheap as chips, and it will do the job. At the back I've cut 2 holes either side with the fittings so they go through both sides. So that's all done and finished with. The frame's done. I'm going to put it back on the stand. Okay. LED panel will fit straight in like that, no problems at all. Go down underneath. That looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy with that. So back up again. Fans on. Let's give it a test. We have the transformer here, which I've put onto an extension cable. Once I find it round the right way. There we go. We have lights as well. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry about the lines going across the screen, but like I say, these are I think they're 60 Hertz instead of the 50. So once we get back up the top here, that's it. The lines will go. So I'm quite happy with that. What I should be doing next is doing all the wiring up to the 2 switches on the front here. I don't think we're going to need to actually put a fan controller in it. The draw is pretty good. It's not too harsh, but not too mad. We can do a test again. I like playing with these smoke matches for some strange reason. Takes me back. You just have to bear with the lines, but that is okay. I'm quite happy with that. That's drawing off everything. Not too mad, and even at the front, that's still drawing that well back. So, like I say, I'm happy with that. A good upgrade for a very little cost. I'll take you back up the top here. Now, I am going to turn that off there. This is going to be the last clip on this because we're up to about, I don't know, about 20 minutes I think. Didn't realise how long it takes. But I'm going to carry on and I'm going to get everything else done. I'll still do some more clips. They should be up for, what's today, Friday. I'm going to be working on this over the weekend and get it all finished off. So the other bit, if you're interested and want to see what it looks like when it's totally finished, they should be up Monday. But there's not a great deal to do, but I will run through the wiring, how I'm going to wire it up, show you what I'm doing. Also, I'm just going to cloak this front off the side. There's going to be another piece coming down the side here. This back section. I haven't gained as much space as I hoped, but there you go. But I've increased the front size here, so it's going to be, I don't know, we're going to just put something in and see how it goes. Probably a board against there, then box it out so we actually hide the fan, and then probably put some smaller shelves and have a bigger shelf here. But we'll see. It will develop as we go along. The main thing was increasing the pool and getting this to work a lot more efficiently than the other one. So thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.